Hello, I'm Charles from the Genesee Bushcraft and Survival School. Today I'm doing a review on the Cold Steel Norse Hawk. This tomahawk I purchased for a camping trip a few months ago. I've used it extensively. I've modified it a little bit. Overall, I enjoy the fit and feel of this very, very much with a few modifications. And I'll begin from the first few things that I found that I did not like and adjusted, and tell you how it performs after that. This tomahawk, the first thing I noticed when I opened it up was that it had a very nice finish on the blade, and the handle was very nice quality handle. There are no knots, there are no inconsistencies in the handle, but at the 22 inches overall, it was a little bit longer than I prefer, at about 4 inches. So I lopped that off. The smooth handle was a little slippery for me, so I added a bit of friction tape here. That gives it a good solid fit. I don't feel like with a good swing this is going to come flying out of my hands. It feels much better now with that. Now the other thing that I noticed very shortly is that this handle is not shaved and fitted perfectly to the head itself. There is a little hex screw in the back that's holding it in place, but there's a little bit of wiggle to it. This I've noticed, I took it on the camping trip as is so that I could use it and review it honestly, minus the shortening of the handle and adding the friction tape, because that I felt was a safety thing. So I used it with that loose head because it's thick enough up here that the head will not come flying off. It's just a little shaky on it. I used it all weekend, and overall it was very nice, a very nice experience. The edge retention was pretty decent. I admit that splitting wood, I did get through the wood a little bit and smack the edge on stone underneath that I was using for a chopping block, and there's no rolling. There's a little bit of dinging and chipping, but the edge did not roll over. It's a very good edge. I did leave it out overnight in a rainstorm with the intent of seeing how it held up. I was thinking that maybe the expansion of the wood with the water would help the handle fit better, and it did. The handle had expanded, filled in some of those gaps, and it was a much more solid fit. Feels much better than that slightly shaky fit that was on there before. I did later on take a whetstone to the blade to give it a better edge on it. It was a decent edge to start with. However, I decided that I wanted a little bit finer of an edge for better splitting. The wedge shape is at a good angle. It splits nicely and cleanly. With the handle shortened, it's got a little bit better balance, I think, for throwing. Overall, the Cold Steel Norse Hawk with this nice fine edge. I have used it also to shave and trim some pieces of wood for a fire bow and for smaller things. Hold it like so, drive it down to trim some off. It's got enough of an edge after hitting with the whetstone that I can do that cleanly and effectively. It's overall a very nice knife, very nice tomahawk. For the buy, I believe I paid $31 for it and change. It's fantastic. A few minor fixes and fits and finish, and really for the price I anticipate that this hand axe, this tomahawk, will last me for years. So thank you for watching this review. Link for the Cold Steel Norse Hawk is down below in the description. Thank you for watching, and come check out the Survival School.